How's it going, guys? Jordan Syatt here from SyattFitness.com, and in this exercise video of the week, I want to take you through, first and foremost, the dumbbell row, the basic biomechanics of it, how it's going to look and how it should feel. And then second, I just want to take you through a very common error that you'll see in a lot of beginning lifters, okay? So first, just the standard dumbbell row. I like to face the bench like this. A lot of times you'll see people, they'll get their knee up on the bench when they do a row, or some other variation, but I like to get perpendicular to it like this. I like to get my feet in a little bit of a staggered stance. And when I start rowing, I want to make sure that my chest is parallel with the ground. I don't want my chest up facing this way. I don't want my upper back rounding and caving like this. I want my chest all parallel to the ground and making sure that it's not rotating throughout the entire movement. Okay? So that's just the basic standard dumbbell row. A really simple and great cue that I use to help people feel the row in the right place is trying to use your hand as a hook and really pulling with your elbow. So a lot of times people will dumbbell row and they'll jerk it trying to pull with their hand, and it'll actually turn into more of a bicep curl than anything else. They're not getting much back involvement. But when you use your hand as a hook and the hand is just there and you're really pulling with the elbow, you get a lot more lat and rhomboid recruitment, and you can really feel it a lot more in those muscles in the back, okay? So that's just a basic standard dumbbell row. Again, I'll just show you a couple more repetitions. Chest square to the ground, chest up tall, not rotating. And now, what I want you to notice when I row, my elbow isn't going too far back. It's not coming up too high. It's a very controlled range of motion. It's coming up right by my side, okay? And what a lot of times you'll see is that people try and pull the elbow so far back that the shoulder will pop forward. And this is called anterior humeral glide, where the front of the shoulder is popping into the socket, and that can lead to a lot of shoulder pain and discomfort and even some injuries, all right? So what I want you to focus on is trying to make sure that the shoulder doesn't pop forward. Now, how can you do that? Sometimes it's a cause of muscle imbalances or muscle weaknesses, but one of the things I found a lot more recently is it's just a simple fix in a coaching cue. So a very common cue that a lot of coaches will use is get your shoulders down and away from your ears when they're rowing, right? So they force your shoulders down and back, and when they do that, a lot of times the athlete or the lifter will force their arms so far down that the angle at their elbow will get a little bit larger, more than 90, and come back, and they won't have any place else to go except into anterior humeral glide. So what I like to do is say, make sure your shoulders are down and back, but don't send your arm so far back. Make sure that the elbow is still maintaining a 90-degree angle, and that way you can make sure that the front of the shoulder isn't going to pop forward. Because if I decide to send it too far back, you can see the front of the shoulder decides to pop forward into that anterior humeral glide. So I hope you guys enjoyed this exercise video of the week, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below.